There are many areas of Autodesk Build that are extremely flexible. And one of those is definitely the assets tool. And something that I like to suggest to different users of Autodesk Build is setting up a project in here for your company as a like master project. That's a great place to put cross project items, cross company items, things that aren't tied down to a specific project, but allowing you to track things across the entire company. So one of those that people often track is fleet management. So cars, trucks, heavy equipment that you have, maybe even like forklifts or tools, and assets in Autodesk Build can totally be used for that. So getting into how this would work inside of assets here, I have all of my categories and I can create custom categories for fleet management and then subcategories for my cars, my trucks, heavy equipment, you name it. You can come up with all of your own items that you want. And then looking in here at my kind of quote unquote dashboard or table of all of my items, all of my assets and the information for it, I can look here at each different one that I have. And then this allows me to sort by whether it's the category, the status, the location. So the locations I can put in like my different project locations, or if it's tied to the yard or the office. So if I come in and look at this excavator inside of the flyout, I can see all of my different items that I am asking for each individual or for the company to fill out and to track. So these are custom items that I'm putting in here so we can come up with our own list of what we want to include. So for this example, I have like the insurance policies, the dates for that, the VIN numbers, warranty if I have any, the year that it's, made, and I can also have a barcode for it. So I'll show that shortly. And then I also have references. So this is where we can tie to other areas inside of Autodesk Build. So some things that I think are important here are items like issues. Is something broken? Is there a problem with it? We can track that. I can track, when it had this broken belt and it looks like it's, been closed out, who it was assigned to, all of that information. So I can pull that up and load here in my issues, the information associated with that. So I can see maybe who that was assigned to, assign it to somebody, and have the dates, the information, as well as the activity for that. I also have any photos. So I've got, a photo of my excavator here. You can see, when those were added, when they were taken, where they were taken, and then any kind of forms. So if I have a standard, weekly, daily QA/QC checklist for this specific piece of equipment, the team out in the field that is managing it, or running the equipment, the operator, they can fill out in here if, things are passing or failing. So every single day, if they are filling out a paper form right now for their daily inspection for this piece of equipment before they operate it, you can create that form inside of Build and then tie that form every time they create it to this asset. So that way you have all the history of this form with this piece of equipment. So when this equipment moves to another job site, you also have all the history there for it. You don't have to worry about finding that piece of paper that got jammed in a foreman's truck or, you know what I mean? So everything is all in one place for this specific piece of equipment. The same would go for, a truck or a car. So if I have a project manager, truck or car, we can store all the same information. If they aren't doing a weekly checklist, maybe you're doing a monthly or a quarterly check over of it. You could log in here every time you get an oil change, and it's going to store all of that in here for you. So this definitely beats, the spreadsheet workflows as well as the workflows of doing, handwritten paper, filling out these forms. So really a lot that we can do with it. And then every time that somebody is making a change in here, So whether that is, adding in when the last maintenance was, updating dates, that is all storing in the activity log. So if we change, the maintenance date from one date to another, we can see in there when that date changed. So we always have that history stored in here with this specific item. So that's really cool. I'm also going to show you a little bit of what it looks like from the mobile standpoint. So I actually have a barcode associated with this one piece of equipment. So let me get into that. So now I'm in my mobile application here. I am going to go to that same project. And then I'm going to go to the assets inside of this project. So the cool thing is that my folks out in the field, whether that is, I have, someone that goes out and does maintenance, a technician goes and checks it out, or I have like, a foreman or something that is, checking on all these items. They can actually just come to the same, project, this master project inside of Build, and they can go into assets and they can click on scan. And what that will do is that allows them to then scan that barcode that is associated with that piece of equipment. So now that I've scanned it, it's going to pull up the excavator that I just scanned, and it's going to have all of that information for me. So if I'm someone doing maintenance, technician, I'm out in the field, now I have all the information associated with it. Or say, I'm an operator and every day I go to this piece of equipment, I scan the barcode, and then I go in here and I go to my forms and I create a new form with my daily inspection checklist. And now I can go ahead and I can fill out this checklist. Once I'm done and I have it submitted, it'll store that checklist inside of this asset. So like I already have, an existing one here that's closed out. Now I just did a new one, so it's going to show that one I haven't submitted it, so it's still in progress. But now this, all of my history, all of my maintenance that I have, any items are associated with this specific asset. And if I have an issue, like it looks like this one had, that broken belt, I can go ahead and I can take a look at when did that happen? Where did it happen? I have some photos for it. If it got fixed, I can store in there, anything that's information that's relevant associated with that. So maybe that's even just some paperwork. I can, take a photo of that receipt or something for the maintenance and store it into this. So it really has everything all in one place for all of my equipment, all of my trucks that I may have assigned out to different people. And like I've mentioned, all of these items are custom here, so I can add in more custom prompts. So if there's something else that I want to be tracking, maybe it's, have there been any accidents with it, any tickets associated with the car, I can store those in here. So feel free to add in the comments if you have any questions about using assets to track fleet management. There's a lot of other things that assets can be used for tracking items across your company or across your project. So I'd also love to hear what creative ways you are using assets and what you're tracking with assets. So I hope this was helpful for you. And don't forget to subscribe to our channels, whether that is on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Thank you.